Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. This one is a little bit different than what I would normally do, but I wanted to share this with you guys. Hey, I have Charles Xavier, which in case I might not have mentioned on another video. But the other reason why I'm doing this is because I want to share with you guys something that is absolutely insane that was shared with me that I want to share with you guys about the viability of Black Cat in Arena. Alongside Xavier and the other Fantastic Four members, I have been able to punch up insane amounts. Like we're talking like 2 to 3 million power, team power worth of punch ups. It's absolutely crazy. I want to share how this works with you guys. I'm not going to say this is the end all be all, but this is an alternative for you veteran players who might have Black Cat leveled up like myself, and I wanted to give it a go as well. So we're going to be talking about that in this video. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay, so I wanted to share something that I hope is going to work. Now, this has worked for me, but I will admit that these top two teams in my arena shard are quite powerful. They have diamonds already on their Fantastic Four, and I'm hoping this works. It worked on lesser powered versions. I'll be honest that mine are like around, I think my defense is set around 6 million right now for something similar. And also no, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to see if this works. But this offense with Black Cat apparently can work. Maybe it's required, or it's reliant on some star levels on, especially if you're up punching this much on Fantastic Four. We're going to see how this plays out. Now, I want to go with something with a weaker Franklin, because that's kind of what they all have huge Xaviers too, like 7 red Xaviers and diamonds on Odin. So we're going to see whether or not this plays out. But the way that it's supposed to play out is to use Black Cat to stun Franklin Richards, and this makes a significant difference out of the gate. So what we're going to do over here is, because basically Black Cat's passive, which is super lengthy, by the way, enemies cannot spawn with Death Proof, lowers damage reduction for all enemies that do not have Death Proof by 15%, but because of the way that she works, that she's just basically kind of like, I don't know, there's a lot of crap here, and she just goes first. Okay, and then you can use this to stun Franklin Richards. And I use Skirmisher ISO just to make sure that he has vulnerability on. So then I can use the Franklin Richards ultimate, and then I can just do a follow-up attack to do a little bit more damage, I guess, over there for what it's worth. And then we do the attack there, and then we're gonna have now there's a bit of a right. So is my Sue gonna go first, or in this case, she did? And I'm going to go over here and do the special on Charles Xavier, right? So we can get the ability block and the trauma over there. Now, unfortunately, that's going to happen, right? So if they don't have trauma, this stuff is not going to get cleared, though. So he's just going to do a basic attack over there. And then we're going to go and do this over down the middle down here as well, right? So we're going to make sure that we hit all those 3 down here. And we should do some decent damage there, and then we should get the Cyclops as well. So Xavier's down. We do still need to worry about some of these other guys, right? Because that's still a thing. I want to see if can we actually get it. Unfortunately, with the mirror match, it still matters, right? Like I wasn't able to actually get Franklin was super beefy. So we're gonna see if this actually plays out because they had, like, I'm surprised we're still here, but we have Xavier and they don't. So let's see whether or not this is enough. Clear all barrier on all enemies. We killed Franklin. We killed. Okay. So it looks like, can we go over here on Odin? We get the assist. No, we didn't get the. We can do the follow up attack there though. And oh my god. Okay, one more should do it, and we did. So we basically used Black Cat to kill this massive Fantastic Four team that was way bigger than my own, right? And just to be clear, and we'll try this one as well. We got a diamond Odin, we got seven red Xavier, we got diamonds, full diamonds, maxed out G20 on their Fantastic Four. Like, this is literally, this team here, number one, is the strongest that they could possibly get. This is absolutely wild. And what is mine? Not that. I do have gear tier 20 on Sue and Franklin and Mr. Fantastic. And of course Xavier. But my star levels are like 4. I have 4 on all of them. I think Reed might in fact be 3. So I'm up punching very significantly. And this would just be only easier if you had, higher yellows or whatever, right? So this was not, who knows if this is 100% guaranteed, but this is quite interesting nonetheless. Unfortunately, like I said, it does require you to have Xavier. But then I've seen this work against Quasar variants. I have seen Xavier Quasar instead of Xavier Odin, and it actually plays out quite similarly. So we're going to do the same thing, is that we're going to apply the stun. We're going to hope that this kind of, it depends on the coin flips a little bit. So we're going to see how this one ends up playing out. And we're going to do that. The follow-up striker attacks. He's taking a fair bit of damage, but so is my Xavier. That's not great. We're going to go over here and do the special. Right, we got the ability block. Oh, okay, so they killed my Xavier. So that's a bit of a rough ride, because now I think that's probably over, unfortunately, without, yeah, that's not great. Okay, so that did not, let's try it again. Let's see, can we do it again? So it worked the first time, and I think that's where you're gonna land the problems. Like, if you get the right coin flips, it will work. And for the purposes of this, I don't know, at least I get points on the leaderboard for spending power cores, right? Maybe having maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know, is there any better combination? I don't know. Probably not. Is it my positioning? Does my positioning make a big difference here? Let's try this one more time. Anyways, because we did do it, we did get it to work one time. And maybe that was it. Was it the damage that he took? Was it the adjacent target? Was that maybe my issue there? The mind control thing? How am I getting the okay, yeah. Maybe that's Xavier's kit, right? I just got Xavier, so I'll be honest, I'm not completely familiar with like why that's happening. I need to read his kit a little bit more now that I have him. But this is what I was told. He's taking a lot of those random hints. That's the only problem. That my Xavier is not right. I mean, I'm still overpower 11, but maybe I need fortifier. Would that do anything? Okay, so I'm still alive. That's good, right? But we didn't get as many. Okay, that's still there. He's still alive, right? And this is further than we got last time. And so that happened, which is good. Okay, so Xavier's dead. There's some RNG, I guess, a little bit of RNG here, right? Especially when you're up punching these huge monster arena teams. And we're gonna do that. We want to focus on Franklin next, I think, if we can. I think we're gonna get stuck on a taunt though, right? Oh no, we didn't. So it really depends on their positioning of their characters, because last time when we faced the other team, right, we did get stuck on the taunt. And I think that's because of the way that my Xavier special hit all of these characters, right? With the special. So don't put Reed next to your Xavier, I think, because if you're using this strategy, then that could be a pretty big problem. So I think I want characters next to Xavier, or Xavier on the far end, frankly, which seems to be the better way to go. So we're gonna go with the ultimate here, and we wrecked them, right? We basically wrecked them. Wow. Yep. And I think that should be it. Yeah. And we did it. So I up punched massively. Like, these are massive up punches. And special shout outs for who shared it to me on Discord, who apparently heard it from Marvel Church, I think, and who knows where, I don't know where this originated. But either way, and I apologize that this is not something that you can do really, without Xavier. I don't think this exists. I'm not sure this exists. Basically, an arena counter that does not involve Xavier against another Xavier, at least yet. Let me know if you found something that's a little bit different. But the fact that I was able to punch up over 3 million, they had all diamond Fantastic Four with just Black Cat, is absolutely insane. Now, to end the video off, I do want to share my black cat, just because I don't know how, you're gonna need her leveled up to a little bit, right? You know, just enough to land the stuff. I don't know what the threshold is for her focus to be able to land that. Obviously, as a veteran player, I do have black cat leveled up. She's at 7 yellow, 5 red. Nothing crazy. I did put purple 3 on her, just for the extra focus to make sure I land this and make sure I had the skirmisher on there as well. So I guess all of that was just enough focus for me to land that initial stun on Franklin Richards, which then snowballed for the rest of the fight. As you saw, you could go back and watch the other 2 versions of this, but I just wanted to share this with you guys in case you were interested in that and wanted to know an easier way to beat these lineups. Now, unfortunately, I also did not show the Quasar variant, which some people are doing because it does allow them to spawn with immunity, but I have seen this work by basically doing the same thing, and I think that's because Black Cat's special does copy and clear positive effects, so you can actually get rid of this. And I believe that it still plays out a very similar way. Let me know if that hasn't worked for you, though, and when we will look into that for another video. But I think it's kind of crazy that, you know, there is huge punch ups in this instance in the arena meta. Crazy. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.